Hello all, my name is Krish Naik and welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, just a few days back, I had uploaded a video about the data science interview process in Amazon with respect to SDE1 and SDE2 roles, okay? But I had some conversation with the Amazon employees to understand the data science process hiring entirely, specifically related to data science domain itself, right? Now, I got to know a lot of information and probably soon I'm going to have a podcast with them to just understand about the FANG interview process. Please let me know by writing down your cooler comments in the description of this particular video, in the comment section of this particular video. And yes, I will definitely upload those videos in a couple of days. Okay. Now, please make sure that watch this video till the end, because from this video, you'll get so much of confidence, like you will definitely be able to apply in the FANG companies and you'll also be able to clear it. Here, I'm going to discuss about the entire process. I'll also be telling whether a fresher can apply or not. What is the educational qualification you need to have before you apply this? Okay. Now, with respect to Amazon data science hiring process, there's three specific roles that you get hired for. One is data scientist, one is applied scientist, and one is research scientist. I'll talk about the differences between this. Okay. Data scientist, again, there will be separate roles, like how we have SDE1, SDE2, SDE3. Here you have DS1, DS2, like different years of experience. Based on that, you get those specific role. In the applied data scientist also, you get different loads, like applied data scientist 1, 2, like that. Okay. And similarly with respect to research scientist. Now, all these roles are super cool. If I talk about data science role, if I talk about the data scientist role, over here, specifically work that are related to data science process. Okay. Data science process. You specifically do in this. Okay. Data science process. If I talk about applied scientists, what they do? They also work along with engineers. Okay. And they do they work along with the engineers, and also they make sure that the entire data science process is followed. Okay. Till the deployment of models. So they actually work on to a end-to-end data science projects. Okay. Here the scenario is different. They only work in the life cycle of the project that is involved in the data science, not till the deployment. Here, the applied data scientists work with the engineering team. Engineering team may be SDE1, SDE2, SDE3. Now, if I talk about with respect to the research scientists, they are specifically related to writing research papers and all. Okay. Research paper, doing a specific research. Applied scientist will also be doing the research. So here we are also going to basically write the research part, because they also will be writing research papers if they come up with something amazing. But research scientists will be specifically related to the research part. Here, if I talk about data scientists, they will also be including the research work, and they may also write a research paper. Now, from this, I think you have got an idea that applied data scientist role is super important. Okay. So obviously the package, like if you're probably coming as an applied data scientist 1 or 2, at an average, you get a package of 40 lakhs per annum INR. Okay. This is what I've seen or I've heard of from the Amazon employees. The data scientist gets a little bit lesser than this. A research scientist also get a little bit lesser than this. If I talk about qualification, what all qualification you basically have, whether a fresher can apply or not. Let me just drop this 1 second. Whether a fresher can apply for this kind of job roles or not. If you are a master's, first of all, let me talk about educational qualification. Okay. If I talk about the educational qualification, first of all, you can have master's or PhD. Okay. That does not mean now many people are, Krish, we are BE people or we are BCom people or BSc people, can't we apply? Okay. First of all, they prefer a master's or PhD. It is not like BE people cannot apply. Second thing is that any degree like BE plus additional 6 to 1 year experience, like 6 months. Let me write it down once again. 6 months to 1 year experience already in the data science field will be able to apply. Okay. Will be able to apply, and they have called for the interviews also. So a good thing. Okay. That does not mean if you are directly from B, you will not get applied. Again, I'm telling you, if you're from any other degree, and if you have some additional experience of 6 months to 1 year, like whether if you have also done an internship, because the person whom I'm talking to, they told that this, okay, if they are from B and they have some additional experience, that it be an internship of 6 months to 1 year also, they will also be able to apply. And they was literally working in the field of data scientist itself. Okay, so that does not mean only masters or PhD will take place. Okay, so this is I'm telling you that blunt information what I got from them. Okay, and with respect to salary is almost same, whatever qualification you have, because these people have already experience in this. Okay, now what is the hiring process? Let's discuss about the hiring process. Now hiring process, the first round is basically the phone screening. And this usually happens for 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, 5 to 10 minutes phone screening, where they will get to know what all things you actually work on. It's just like they'll give you a call, they'll talk to you 5 to 10 minutes, understand about your work, and they'll call you to their campus for the hiring process. The second round is basically a combination of 3 things. Okay, one is ML depth, ML breadth, and then there will also be a coding round. Okay, I like this interview process because I'll tell you why I specifically write it. Okay, now all this interviews that you have, like ML depth, breadth, and coding round. Yeah? Coding round, if I talk about, if you probably solve lead code 100 problem statement, more than sufficient to get into this product based companies. Okay, any product based companies, and they will focus on data structures and algorithms, not competitive programming also. Okay, so if you are able to solve 100 problems or 200 problems, that will be more than sufficient to solve. The blunt information what I have got from them, I'm telling you. Then in all these rounds, there will be different technical recruiters. So different technical recruiters will be there. So over here, you'll be having one recruiter, here second recruiter, here third recruiter, or these two can be combined with one recruiter. And one more amazing thing is that the one recruiter will not know how you have performed in the with respect to the other round. Okay, so suppose over here the second recruiter will not know how you have performed in the coding round. So the entire combination of the marks will be taken. Let's say that you have performed bad in the coding round, you have performed well in this 2 round. Then overall percentage of marks that combines, if it crosses the threshold, you go to the next round. Now in ML depth and breadth, they talks about machine learning algorithm. They'll ask you about different deep learning algorithms. The challenges probably you faced in your projects, the entire life cycle, what you have followed in your project itself, right? In ML depth, they may also give you case studies, use cases. They may ask you about different things. So that is the normal process of all the interviews that takes place, right? And I've already explained in such a way by so many videos that I've already uploaded. Okay, so coding round, ML breadth and ML depth. In ML depth, they'll focus more on use cases and case studies. They may give you 2 to 3 use cases or case studies. It may be related to Amazon. It may be related to any generic problem statement and they'll try to see that how well you solve those problems. Okay, so this was with respect to the second round. Now, if you clear by getting more than the threshold marks, then you go to the third round, which is basically your managerial round. Over here also, you specifically talk about use cases, and they will again deep dive in your work of use cases that you have done, right, in your previous project. So I'll write previous project use cases. Okay, so here in Amazon also, they may say that, okay, you're probably going to work in this, how you're going to solve this problem. Okay, something like that. So it will be mostly into use cases. This is also fine. I think with whatever videos I have covered in my channel, you will be able to do it. Okay, coming to the fourth round. Okay, this is a good round, which is called as leadership principle. Now, in this leadership principle round, what they focus on is that how well you can gel with your team. They'll just try to identify your leadership skills. Like, I may give you an example. I may say that, let's say that one of your peer employee, what they have done is that, they did some mistakes and now they are blaming the entire work on you. So how you're going to add a response to that? Okay, how you're going to behave in that? They'll try to identify your weakness, strength, what all things you can actually do, well, whether you'll be able to gel up with the team properly or not. So anything that is related to leadership, how well you'll be able to cope, pressures, activities. Let's say that tomorrow there is an incident where all of your employees are sick, whether you'll be able to come to the office and do the task. Obviously, you'll say yes, but just understand that they'll try to get your own leadership skills. What are skills you possess naturally? Okay, that is what they need to focus on. They'll be focusing on. Okay, and this is also a very good round. The fifth round, I think, if you're able to clear this much, 80 to 90% is confirmed with respect to the hiring. And now with the HR round, okay. Finally, the HR round, discussion of the salary will basically happen. Okay. Now, if I talk about the educational qualification, master's or PhD is there. Experienced candidate is suitable. Okay. Experienced candidate with at least 6 months to 1 year, irrespective of any degree. Irrespective of any degree. And that is what is actually required, guys. See, Amazon also works with respect to international standards, right? So, unless and until you have not covered or cleared B from IITs and all, right? Trust me, those level are completely different, right? If I talk about B, E from IITs or NITs, I think they will be considering this, okay? Or NITs, okay? They may consider it, but if you are from some other colleges, definitely some years of experience are required, at least an internship. So I hope you got an idea about the entire Amazon data science hiring process. Please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and please do let me know in the comment section like which all companies hiring process you really want to know. And I'll try to upload a video with respect to that also. This was it from my side. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day. Thank you, Mandal. Bye-bye.